Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll throw to get things going. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. He'll drop to throw. He'll get this out to his running back. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
He'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. Back to the air one more time. That's out to the flat, and it's complete.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game. Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
They're all set to punt this one away. And that one had too much behind it. It's into the end zone for a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. He'll get this out to the left flat. Second down and 3. Now they'll set up to throw. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the 1st down on a gain of 7. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. His throw left side is complete. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. That's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Throwing right, it's taken in, and they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
What a good choice to get out and run. That's a pickup of 18 and a first down. So we've played one quarter here on a Monday night. 0-0 is the score. It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back after this. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. A little closer. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this time he will work his way into the end zone. The extra point try forthcoming. The kick is good. And the visitors will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. And it sets up 3rd down. From out of the gun, he'll throw. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. He's across midfield. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down. Back to throw. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. And a nice run. It's down to the 5-yard line. Slot receiver, headed right. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain. First half in a 7-0 game. Greg and I continue in just a moment. Looking for a third down conversion on this drive, and they only need a foot. That is caught by Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. No problem with the footing. The kick is good. And his guys will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete, but pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he is out of bounds all the way down at the 35-yard line. A big play there. 35 yards. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. He runs with it. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick, picking up the 1st down. Now, faking the give. That is hauled in at the 5. And he'll be taken down.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. Here's a run. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Still a little time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. Back to throw here to begin the drop. Off he goes.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
Here's their punter now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Going up top. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Mike, considering how this offense has played in the first couple possessions, I'm surprised that one wasn't completed. It seems like that's the first miss of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Continue to build on this momentum because so far they've come out hot in this one.
To the right side here, pass is caught. That's his third catch of this first half and good enough for a first down. That's to the right side and incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
They'll look to throw yet again. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. So we have hit halftime here on a Monday night. As we send you to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with the EA Sports Halftime Report. It's all yours, Coach. Coach, thank you. And the rain only intensifying as the teams are back out here for what figures to be a sloppy second half to come. The rain not letting up. It continues to be a factor here as we get back underway in the second half. They'll look to throw here on first down. Quick throw, taken in. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
Not much. Second and long coming up. They'll throw out of the gun. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7. Here's 3rd and 2. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. They convert with a gain of 15.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just...
And he will get into the end zone.
Beautiful ball there by the quarterback. And the point I want to make here, Mike, and make sure the viewer understands is In the NFL, if you have to wait for a guy to be open and then deliver the ball, it's too late. So often these quarterbacks throw their guy open. They anticipate where the void in the coverage is going to be. That's exactly the reason this play worked out here, Mike, and he's able to connect here for a big touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll get this out to his running back. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a third down. Try to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to have enough for the first down. They'll mark him up at the 39-yard line. He'll look to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down and 8. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll get this very close to a first down. A nice run there. It'll just end up a little bit short. Here's third down and a few inches. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas.
We see this offense just continue to search for a spark. It's just this entire game, their execution's just been a little bit off. And now here in the second half, they find themselves down by multiple scores. They're going to have to connect on one or two of these big plays if they want to find themselves back in this one.
And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. To the air now on 1st and 10. Quick throw here is complete. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down. They send the tight end in motion. Out of the gun, he'll throw. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Third down and 9. Now they'll set up to throw. That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet inbounds. A big third down pickup for a first down. Up the middle they go. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this third quarter. So we are through 3. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And At this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He's going to air this one out.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Again, working deep downfield.
I think he chalked this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is, how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again?
Here's 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
And this is where the quarterback's improv skills really kind of come into play. The ability to play off-platform, throw from different arm angles. It's something that we're seeing a lot play out across the league. And yes, you have to throw from a spot in the middle of the pocket. But if you can only do that, it's hard to play quarterback in today's NFL.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. He won't gain a lot of traction there. Down only to the 24. Throwing now from the gun. A throw on the move is caught. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
This guy's really starting to roll now. I mean, his involvement in the passing game just continues to pick up. And until the defense identifies him as a pass threat, I expect this quarterback to keep looking his way.
He keeps it himself.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush. And that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on first down.
That's in the end zone and intercepted.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back in the field.
And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. They'll come up here 1st and 10. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. And that is incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. It is picked up by the defense. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. And a terrific play for the defense to come up with the score that, Greg, extends their lead and really hurts the offense's momentum.
Mike, it's hard enough in this league when you find yourself trailing in the second half to be able to battle yourself back and try to end up winning this game. But when you have turnovers like that, that not only then extend the lead, it just makes that even a taller task.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. And he's going to give himself up, dives to the turf. Bit of a strange return there. We're going to start with very poor field position. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A good push from the defense. They get him down back in his own 10.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And that's well read by the defense. Knocked backwards. His own 9-yard line. 3rd and long. And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see this team's sure-handed tight end. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. We're just moments away from the action, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football, and you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense. We're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another, and I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other, they study each other, they work together in the off seasons. A lot of times they're friends, but come game day, there is no question. At the end of this one, yes, they want their teams to win, but when they put their two box scores up next to each other, there's going to be some bragging rights come this offseason.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the shotgun, they'll throw to get this one started. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Here's a first carry for their running back. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Now a 3rd and 2. He'll try to get this one on the ground. And he'll have the first down at the 26. So good job on the ground to keep this drive rolling. Got his man at the 6. And he's in. Has a touchdown. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. The extra point is up and through. And his guys will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Panthers now ready to get to work on offense for the first time. And taking the snaps, quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
I think the biggest thing that stood out from last week's game was when they went into the game with an initial plan, how quickly were they able to get away from that when they realized it wasn't working? I think they got a lot of unscouted looks, meaning the defense threw a lot of exotic looks at them, blitzes, different fronts and coverages, maybe things they didn't work on all week. So the key...
Oh, he gets a good read defensively and intercepts it. And this defense will take over following the turnover. Now, after the interception, we have an injured player to look at. Back to throw here to begin the drive. This one complete right side. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
1st and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
They get 24 on that one, and just like that, it's 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Back to the air one more time.
1st and goal. The quarterback thinks he's got a shot to take this one in himself. I think he's just a little late in his reaction and decision to turn into a runner. Defense has just enough time to get there. They stop him short of the end zone. 2nd and goal.
And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Touchdown. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. The extra point is good. And his guys will extend their 1st quarter lead. It's now 14-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Panthers offense and running back Bijan Robinson headed back onto the field. And he is the NFL leading rusher here in the month of December. A strong finish in the final stretch could earn him the crown.
So the receiver does everything right except for the most important part. He runs a nice route, great separation downfield, and now you just got to finish that thing off with a catch.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. He'll drop to throw. That is hard. He gets the hook up with Rice. So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. 14. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And the defense right on that. I don't know if keeping would have done any better. No game on that one. On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw. Now he'll run it. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Whole lot of extra muscle over there on the left side for this 1st and 10. Our throw here, right side, falls incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Robinson. And that'll be a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Carolina. Now for the point after. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. So too soon, apparently, to worry about going for 2, even after the penalty. So this one will come from the 10. A little bit easier following the penalty, and the kick is good. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The home team's offense about ready to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down. Fires left sideline. That is complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. And this ball's going to be incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. And it's a gain of 19 to the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They're going to motion the tight end over here. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. This one caught just past the pylon for the touchdown. Greg, it's one of those, sometimes you got to feel like you know where the ball's going to go, and the defense knows it too. But it still ends up in that guy's hands for the touchdown.
Absolutely, Mike. In these critical situations, like down here in the red zone, it's players, not plays. It doesn't matter what you draw up on the board. You say, okay, who's my best player? Put him in a good matchup, let him go win, and give him a chance. That's exactly what they do here, and I think we're going to see a lot of this the rest of the game.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Panthers offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. Here's 1st and 10. To the left side, he's got Kmet. He's close to a first down. To gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I will be right back after this.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield. So that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we...
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. On fourth down, here comes Jack Fox to kick it away. That is fielded at the 20. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The home team's offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Got a man left side. It's caught. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. They'll look to throw again. He's got it at the 7. And he's going to be taken down. Now the offense will use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. Now they'll set up to throw. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
They'll look to throw. He's got his big tight end for the score.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end in the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. Now let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Now return coming from the 7. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They will start it on the ground to run that clock. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. And the offense will elect to burn a timeout. 5 seconds remaining in this 2nd quarter. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Back to throw. Toss right side to the tight end, Kmet. He'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. He'll go right back to Kmet. He's got it again. And he's going to be out of bounds. 0-0 up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And this one, a 1-point game at halftime.
And instead, why don't we get right back to it, as we'll get ready for the third quarter. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to set up his guys with position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And he'll be taken down.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the third quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future. You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. You got to be a little bit more accurate. You got to be a little bit smarter with the ball. And right now, the timing, the spacing, it's just not matching up.
The Panthers going to turn things over to the field goal unit. This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Panthers will cut into that lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. Throwing now from the gun. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Now, faking the give. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. They'll look to throw yet again. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete. Back to the air one more time. To the goal line and in. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. He is back to throw here to begin the drive. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. He'll drop to throw. Now a deep ball toward the end zone.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up fourth down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he's going to have the first down. Aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on fourth down.
What's the old saying, Mike? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And at this point, there's just really no reason to not just continue to target him. He's been running free all game long, and you can see the numbers. They bear that out. It's evident right from the start that they were going to look his way early and often, and I think it turned out to be a pretty good game plan.
Back to the air once more on second down. It is brought in the end zone. He'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down. Quick throw, taken in. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over.
So the fans going to head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. They're able to erase the memories from a week ago. A game they really did struggle in. It looked like a different group here as they respond with a solid victory.